Say hello.
Let's see if we're live. Connect streaming. We may be live, then again we may not be live. Excellent, and we're live.
We're live. Okay. Hi guys, Casey and Lindsay. She's back there.
You're live.
We're live.
Let me go check to make sure.
She's checking everything. Don't mind this. We've been like all day. I ran home and changed. And I literally pulled this up just because I was hot, but never touched it again. I didn't even look at it. We're kind of a mess. Lindsay goes, I'm still the same. I didn't change.
I didn't do anything.
I changed. That's it.
I have to look to see where I sent that email.
We had a busy day today. So while she's looking, I'm going to tell you. We finally launched our new and improved website today, and we had launched 2 additional memberships today. So we have, not only we have our HQ membership, which is the mother load that has everything in it, hundreds of things in it, 100 tutorials, 100 bonuses. It has all our boot camps, challenges, workshops in there, everything in there, the bonuses, everything. Then we have the painting in month, which we always had, but it has a bonus of beginners boot camp because this is our anniversary week and we're giving away a lot of stuff. We launched a gnome painting of the month, which I love, and they get 6 paintings to start with for $20. And then we launched a kids club. They also get 6 paintings to start with, and it's for $15. So today we did all that. I'll put the website up there, but this is our new website. Check it out. We're still going to have some tweaks here and there, but we're pretty excited about it. It launched like mid-afternoon. We had a ton of people join today. We're pretty excited for our new members.
Yep.
We're on. Okay.
We are on. Now I'm looking for comments.
Okay.
Man,
so
we haven't done this in a month.
I know we haven't been on YouTube in a month. So say hello if you're on. Let us know where you're from if you're new. I'm excited about this workshop for the fact that I love.
Chat disabled for this live stream. How come?
Oh no! Fix it, Lindsay. Fix it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
been our whole day. Fix it.
Yes.
Just because there's so many new things that are new, we have a whole new platform. We got for our website. We got rid of Kajabi. In the long term, like right now, it's
Nothing.
Okay, it's quite an expense. She's gonna fix the chat, guys. It's quite an expense, but afterwards with Kajabi, it'll save us $5,000 a year. The new platform is so much easier to navigate, easier to find things. Things are sectioned off so well for our members, so we're pretty excited about that. On top of it, we're launching the HQ membership for only $29 for the first month, so everybody can check it out inside. And so you can see everything for $29. You can cancel if you'd like to afterwards, but I think you're gonna be pretty excited. So they got 10 painting this month, 10 paintings, 6 of the bonus and 4 for September 1st. And in the vault, it already had over 100 paintings in it, so it's quite a bit. And then 100 invoked bonuses.
I've never had this happen, and I don't know
So,
how to fix it. Right
I
now.
can tell you her heart is racing. She hates technology issues. And so she'll fix it so you guys can chat. You can figure it out, Lindsay Lou. If anybody
I'm
can.
working on the chat, everybody.
She gets all stressed out. And listen, I have to tell you, we were stressed today because it really came down to the wire. Our website designer didn't realize how much stuff we had to migrate over to the new site. And it's a lot. It was hundreds of tutorials, like hundreds. Between the technique and the full tutorials and stuff, and our Technique Tuesdays in a private group, all of that stuff. It was so much. So it came down to the wire. He's still working tonight on getting all of their emails out for the people migrating over to the new site. It's with their new logins and stuff. It was a big process for sure.
Doesn't allow me to come on live. I don't know, everybody.
That has never happened to us before. Do you think it's a setting in here?
No, I don't think so.
On the iPad?
No.
She's gonna work on it, and like we'll go on and work a little bit as she's working on it. Yes, we'll talk a little bit.
See if I can fix the.
Okay. Lindsay can fix anything. I have no doubt it's coming. She's gonna fix it. So hydrangeas are my favorite flower. Favorite. And used to teach them constantly when I first started teaching. And I wanted my husband to pick up some of my big panels, like for my mom and some friends today, and we never got to because we were here all day long and I didn't get to even ask him. But you guys have this in the HQ membership, this hydrangeas painting, which is a very, very like muted hydrangeas painting. This I started, we're gonna do the acrylics today and the watercolors tomorrow, okay? So we're gonna have 2 fun days. This one's on a black canvas. This is one that I did live, gosh, maybe 8 or 9 months ago, I think. I did this one live for you guys for the membership, so we have that. This is one of the watercolor ones I did one night that I was just like messing around and I filmed, so you guys have that. Lindsay, I think, has the whole download for this. You put this in bonuses, didn't you? Or not yet? It's coming.
I think it's in bonuses. Yeah.
I think it might be in bonuses. There's a lot of bonuses. But I was even thinking today, I'm going to show you how to make these in acrylics on black canvases and white canvases. And I hope to hear from you guys soon because I know we have a lot of people that signed up for this. Lindsay's figuring out, listen, she's having a meltdown inside. I know she is. Right? Okay, so I know this isn't a hydrangea, but this flowering bird, let me take that off of there. You can use the same technique on things like this. This is another painting that's in the membership. I was gonna go around and grab like flowers like this so you can, you know, say like, I can use this technique on multiple flowers, but this is one of them. So I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna start on black and then we're gonna build, we're gonna work on a white canvas. I'm gonna show you how to put in my background. I'm gonna show you how I draw them and everything, okay? So, can anyone say hello yet, Lindsay? Are you in there?
No.
Are you reading?
I'm trying to figure it out. How come all comments?
We never had this issue on YouTube, but you know
See if it works. See if it works.
I have to tell you, like, Facebook changed all their platforms last month.
I've never had this happen.
And we've never had this happen on YouTube. We've always been able to go straight through. Oh my gosh, I see my hair in that. It's really
Now I
bad.
can't even find which window I had.
We've had a long day. We had so many awesome new members come today too. We've been talking with them. So busy.
Maybe it's
it
here.
working? I think it's working. Say hello.
Chat is
So
to say, let me
Lindsay
see.
knows.
Refresh, refresh, refresh. Refresh!
Yes,
Refresh your
refresh.
screen.
And you can talk. Refresh.
Refresh, refresh. Hello, everyone.
Listen, as we get more tired, because we've been up since the crack of dawn, Lindsay gets sillier.
Oh, sorry.
Is it working?
Yes.
Oh, yay. Okay.
So
who's
if
on?
you don't see chat, refresh, please.
Refresh.
I'm so sorry.
Refresh. It's okay.
At least I fixed it.
I knew you would fit. Like, I have no doubt. Like, I've never sweat anything that Lindsay's involved in, because if she doesn't know it, she figures it out. You're one of those people. I love that about her. I said that earlier today.
Hello, Kelsey.
Kelsey,
Okay.
how are you? Lindsay was reading your comments when we were live earlier, and we're so excited. So Kelsey's someone that joined our membership. She drives from Mercer and comes down for some classes occasionally, and she comes and brings her Girl Scout troops to paint pottery. She started teaching this year after she started in HQ, and it is amazing to see. And then she started creating her own paintings, and so it's so fantastic. I'm so happy for her.
Refresh.
Anybody else? You're still refreshing.
Refresh.
She's like a robot.
All these people are just getting one word. Refresh.
Oh, she's writing everybody. I thought you were just repeating it.
No.
You're writing everybody.
Oh, John Peterson, Carrie, Connie, Kelsey, Yankee, Katrina.
Oh, yay! We have all
Teresa.
of our fun painters on here.
Okay.
Hey guys, hello. It is weird not to talk to them in the beginning, I have to tell you.
Yes, very weird. Okay, I gotta go find something for someone because the link for some reason isn't working. Thanks, it's working. Good evening.
Lindsay about has a stroke. She does.
Copy link. Okay, try this. All right, I think we are cooking with some gas now.
Listen,
can't see. Stacy's on. Teresa, Gretchen.
Hi, Stace. Hi, Teresa. Hi,
Susan.
Gretchen. Hi, Susan.
Kelsey, Joan.
Kelsey.
Oh my
Hi,
gosh, I'm so
Joan.
sorry, everybody. It was my
So
fault.
funny. What did you do? Why is it different?
They must have changed the setting, and so usually I put it as kid, like kids. It's able to like do this because we don't like kids should be able to do this or see this, but it disables everything if it's kids. So now I have to put it. No, it's not for kids.
No way.
Everything's
changing. Like everything.
Hi,
Facebook
Susan.
changed,
She's
like,
a
quite bit.
newbie. Yay!
Susan, we're glad you joined us. Thank you so much. We're gonna have so much fun. Listen, this is the season. Like fall. Not that I don't like every season, but fall and winter is my season. Like I love to paint.
Okay,
love
it's all good
hydrangeas.
now.
We're all good. Okay, so everybody's on.
I think so.
Okay.
I just sent someone a link that their link wasn't working. I don't know why, but
Do you see when Lindsay scratches her head? That means she's stressed. She's like a monkey. She started that when the summer, a little bit.
after I
she
got
had
COVID.
After she had COVID, she started scratching her scalp. It's like a tick now. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have one. I just don't know it.
Oh, I just don't like when things
Say
don't
the word.
work.
Say the word that you were using earlier. So she's like,
Agita.
I have agita.
Agita.
Agita. We're so
Does
silly.
anyone else know agita? It's an Italian word, I think.
We're so tired.
Yeah.
We get sillier as the day goes on. I'm not tired to the point where we're not functioning, like giddy tired almost.
No, I'm just like
We had a lot of-
mentally, physically exhausted.
So yeah, so when with this website, it's been a long time coming, and we've worked very hard on it. And so like for it to just go live when we were going live today instead of ahead of time, like we almost had a heart attack because we want everything to go nice and well, and it was scary for us. It did go well, but
Yes,
we didn't
absolutely.
know, so we stressed out. We've been stressed.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have a bottle of wine in the car. Lindsay and I are gonna have later. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh,
We might just go to
Boomer's on.
bed.
Cindy's
Hey
on.
Cindy, how are you? How are you? I don't like this camera
Becky's
so
on,
close on
Tina
me.
and
Hey
her
Becky,
mom are
hi
on.
Tina, hi PM, how are you? Okay guys, so we're gonna sketch initially some hydrangeas. I am gonna show you how to loosely put these in, and we're gonna build them on black, and I'm gonna show you how to put on the background, like draw them, put on the background, and paint them on white too, okay? So you don't have to have a black canvas, but you do need some dark color behind it. But I love to build hydrangeas, huh Lindsay?
Yes.
Love it. You know what, we should have put this in the picture-in-picture. We didn't do that today. So I'm gonna go to the easel, okay? So just feel free to talk to us whenever you
Linda's
want
on.
to. Hey Linda.
Becky says it's the same as angina.
That's like, don't make me laugh. Sorry.
Becky, she lives under a rock.
It's just
I must say. Like
I don't
the
watch it.
chest
Is it a
pain.
show?
No, agita, angina. It's like a chest pain. Oh Lord. Oh wow! I had to set up a channel. So yes, if you are watching, and you aren't able to chat, it will make you set up a YouTube channel. Doesn't mean you have to post it. Doesn't mean like post anything on it. It's just their like account.
So
or
you
their,
can watch it something.
yeah, it's just your account, and then you can definitely chat. Make sure it either says all chat or top chat.
And I wouldn't have known that either. So many people in the beginning when we started using YouTube for workshops and challenges and things, they would tell us that they
yes. And so then down like at the bottom where people are chatting, it'll say something. That's where you can talk.
I do feel giddy. I went to sleep at 2 and got up early, and so it's been a busy day. So, but anyways, so whenever I sketch in hydrangeas, guys, I don't put them in a full circle. I kind of like make them a little wonky. Okay, you want to have. So I just loosely sketch like this. You can even put your leaves in through here. They're a little prickly too, which you can do once you get in. But I make them like really loose, all right? So I get this chalk pencil. This is called a Raffine chalk pencil,
INE.
INE.
Made by Marco
Yeah, by Marco on
As in
Amazon. If you want the link,
Polo.
Lindsay can put in the link. I always say that as a Marco Polo. Don't make me laugh anymore today. Oh, there it is, your feet. Okay. These are great. They're very soft. They work really well. And I have to tell you though, I made so many large hydrangea panels, maybe 4 or 5 years ago that I gave away as gifts, and they are so much fun to build and create. So you have to build up your color on these. You don't get what you want right away. Here's what's the most important thing about them is to use a filbert brush, which is a rounded brush, and I like them wider at the top, not skinny. Yes, ma'am.
Katrina.
Katrina, how are you?
OMG, welcome to the Casey and Lindsay show. Laughs all the
Oh
time.
my God, we're always great, I swear. We are. I got all the same size filbert brushes here. I didn't get any smaller ones. I just got
I'll
one
go
bigger.
grab one.
So anyway, you want them a little wider in the end. A lot of times you'll get filbert brushes that are like this. They're not good for hydrangeas at all. They're gonna make it like pointy on the end. You want them a little bit wider. And you're gonna do something which is called dry brushing. You're not gonna use a lot of paint. I'm gonna start out with a purple one, okay? And we're gonna build it, all right? So I'm gonna pull a little purple off to the side. We're not gonna use a lot of paint, all right? Since we're on a black canvas, I'm gonna put a tiny bit of white in it. I have to tell you, I'm so happy I'm painting with you guys. It brings me to my happy place for sure. You need, when you're on a black canvas, you need a little bit of white with your paint, all right? So I'm gonna start in the center, and I'm gonna start on the outside. I wanna make sure where my camera is. Outside, and I'm gonna pull it in. We're gonna do 4, and we're gonna lift off as we get towards the middle, okay? So I'm gonna go over here. I'm going to continue to do that. Some of them are going to overlap, and some will have 3, some will have 4. We will build this up. It's not going to stay like this, okay? We're going to make some areas brighter. We're going to make some areas darker, but you're pulling from the outside in. You're outside in. You're
Might be
going
a
to
good
lift
one.
off.
That might be a.
That's too little, but yeah, thank you. This medium one right here is great. So we have all different sizes of filbert brushes here. This one and this one, I would prefer. Those very long ones, we have them too in the studio. They're not good for this at all.
Right.
They're really
Yeah, you want
long.
the shorter.
Yeah,
bristles.
shorter, wider is what you want, okay? When I get to the sides, you don't want to make this completely round. What you're going to do is sometimes you're just going to touch around the edges like this, but you're not going to make it perfect. Like, you don't want to make like a perfect edge here. We're going to make it like impressionistic. Any questions, Lindsay, or anything right away?
No, just that the chat wasn't working.
Okay. Lindsay. Just kidding. So always use just a little bit of paint. I'm going to pull a little white off to the side. I have to tell you, Lindsay, I feel much better now that we're painting with our people.
Yeah.
So when I go back and I mess with this a little bit, guys, and I build it up, I'm going to make like these ones a little brighter, the ones on the side and bottom a little bit darker. A little brighter towards the top, down here a little bit darker, because I want to think of where the light's hitting. I want to make sure that this looks 3-dimensional. I don't like when things look flat, okay? Lindsay will start having like side conversations, and I won't know what she's saying. Right, Katrina? She gets quiet on me. So you can always, when I pull in other colors too, guys, you can always pull in like some pinks into this. You can pull in some light blues. I actually just touched a pink by accident, but maybe it's a happy accident. I'm gonna pull in a little pink so you can see that. You know, hydrangeas have like some little different, colors to them. Lifting off, always going outside in. If you go inside out, you're not going to get the mark you want. And sometimes you're just touching it to fill it in just a little bit, okay? You guys are too quiet. Lindsay, are you still there?
I am still
Is
here.
everything working
I
okay?
think so.
Everybody able to talk? Lindsay, the last person to talk, give them a prize. This is what we haven't given prizes away.
We
for a while.
haven't, so let me start.
She has to start her list. We do lots of prizes, guys, so you're going to
Connie Zach.
Connie Zach's going to get an Amazon card.
Amazon.
Connie. How are you? Are the kids on? And did they like school this week? Did they enjoy it? Mine start tomorrow. Did they like it last week, I guess I should say?
So yes, Cindy, she is going to be doing these in watercolors also. So tonight we're going to be doing acrylics, and then tomorrow she's going to be doing hydrangeas in watercolors.
Which I can't wait. I'm like all into the watercolors now. I do have that one that I did like live, and we have a tutorial on that in the HQ membership. I believe she put in the bonuses. Did she put it in there? I know I filmed it.
I think I did, but honestly I don't remember if I brushed my teeth today, let alone whether it's in their bonus.
I know, today's a bad day to ask Lindsay that. We'll check it for you. If it's not in there, it'll be in there.
Connie says they did love school. They're eating dinner right now. I hope they're eating something good.
I had chicken from, what is that? Where'd I go? Wendy's.
She went to Wendy's.
That was our day today. My husband did cook for us. Lindsay has food that's made by my husband right next to her.
Yes, I haven't gotten
So
to it.
I put a little bit of this light purple, which is really the dioxazine with some white in it over here. This is the lavender from Lucas. So what you want to do is start brightening and lightening some areas, not all. Okay, this is going to create the dimension for you. This is what I love about hydrangeas.
The tutorials we won in other boot camps, will they be put in our library? So yes, I've had a couple people email me about that, and definitely email me. Do not feel bad emailing me. Let me know if, and I'm sure I could probably look back at all of my notes. If you are missing a tutorial that you won, let me know what it is. And in the next couple of days, I will make sure you get them. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't even think about that, but yes, Carrie, you will get that. I know I got an email from Teresa and Carrie. I'm going to start like a list, and I will get that figured out and get you your tutorial.
So guys, everybody that joined the HQ today, you get all of these challenges and boot camps and workshops for free, because all of our members get these for free. So just keep that in mind. So you can also highlight this. This is a magenta from Soho. I love it so much. It's one I won't give up. Really thick base paint. So I will like touch, I'll go and touch some of this, you know, hydrangea with this pink too. You can pull in like a sky blue also. Try to leave the black in the middle. If you don't, it's okay. We can put it back in. And then we'll go back with another coat of just white and we'll brighten it up. Does anybody have any questions? Around the sides, guys, I'm lightly touching. I'm barely making a mark. I'm just giving the implication that something's a little further back there. I'm not making this really harsh line around there. So your pressure, when you're painting, a lot of it has to do with pressure. So your pressure has to come off. So every time I brighten too, I'm going to start from the middle, maybe a little brighter at the top, a little dark at the bottom, which means that my pressure is going to come off in those areas. Okay, so now I'm going to get more white. I haven't washed my brush. I have no water on it. And I'm going to start touching some of these areas. Okay, and just, you don't have to brighten every single petal. Maybe just here and there.
These are so fun and relaxing to make.
Oh my gosh, Lindsay got like pulled in, like sucked in, remember? And you want all the colors to show through. I remember that workshop we were doing. We were online live and we were painting your own.
Yeah, I finished mine.
And I loved it. I never finished mine, it's sitting right here.
Nope.
But I have to tell you, I have huge panels of these. That I did for my mom, one for a close friend, and I did them for gifts. I didn't keep any of them. I had ones in the studio I gave away too. I think I had like 3 more panels in the studio I ended up giving them as gifts, because just some people, they just seem like it would truly brighten their day. You can take a little bit of this light pink, which is, you know, if you added white to this, you get a similar color of white to your reds. You can touch some of the flowers with that. And I'm going to show you how to add a little bit of black back in the center if you lose it too. But see how I'm lightly touching? I'm not pressing hard. Every stroke I'm making is lifting off. As I come down here, I may want to just touch here and there, but I don't want to press very hard because I want it very light and I want it faded out. So I gotta tell you the story about my daughter going to Cornell University today to get her lizard fixed in an emergency vet situation. Should I tell that, Lindsay? How she had like the whole day spent away. Oh my goodness, she thought her lizard was gonna die, and he really just needed, he had a little bit of like,
He had an issue with his manhood.
he did, I swear, and they fixed it in 1 second. He had a little crustiness, and she spent a fortune and was gone for 6 hours and drove an hour and 30, 40 minutes each way. Oh my God. It was bad enough she's in New York without us. Then she was like, yeah, I'm going to drive an hour and 30 minutes each way to save my lizard. She took her lizard to college. And so
Yeah,
we couldn't even believe it.
I wasn't very nice. I'd like,
Yeah, she was like, listen,
I'll send her pepper.
I understand whenever like the kids had like a mouse, I think it was little, they had all those like gerbils and mice, and I stayed for 24 hours once with a sick mouse,
Nope.
like holding it in a washcloth. So
Oh, Lord.
I get it.
How long are the specials going to run till?
Oh, so for the memberships?
Yes.
Okay, so we're trying to decide that because Lindsay actually goes away this past week. We don't want to leave it open too long because we want to work closely with the group again, and we don't want to spend a ton of time like marketing that. So I'm thinking that it's going to be about a week. What do you think, Linz?
Yeah.
We were talking about that, and Lindsay goes away this next week and everything too. So we just want to be around for anybody that may have any technical, like they're not familiar with the site, want to answer any questions for them and stuff too. Because we're all about making sure everybody has an easy time navigating. And but check it out. The site I think came out great. I'm pretty happy with it. So you see how I'm making this a little brighter in the middle. I'm letting it be a little bit darker around the outside. And then what you do is I'm going to put that brush in my cup. And I'm going to get something like a detail brush. It could be any round brush. So I'm going to get this brush here. So it just has a nice point on it. It's a little bit longer, detail brush. I'm going to get a tiny bit of black, all right? And so if you lost the black, you're going to decide what is a middle, because some of this is impressionistic, and you're going to scrub it in. You're not going to make like a beautiful round center. You're just going to scrub it in, okay? After this dries, then we're going to we can put like a light green dot in the middle. You can put a yellow dot in the middle. You can put a white dot in the middle of some of these. It's totally up to you. A lot of times I put like a lime green dot and then I put a white dot in the center of that. So I've done it all different ways, but the little dot after that dries kind of pulls it all together. So I'm going to do another color for you here.
So, a couple things. Yes, the layers make a complete difference, showing all those different colors. Casey, can you do them as watercolor but on a canvas? Most watercolor painting is on paper, so just curious.
So watercolor, I'm going to go back here, is not going to soak in. Look at my hair now, Lindsay. is not going to soak in the same on a canvas. Can you watercolor on a canvas? Yeah, you're going to have to apply more paint, more water, but it's doable.
And you have to do it flat,
It's
wouldn't
going
you?
to, well, I do watercolors in general flat anyway, because what I do is I layer the water first and I drop in the paint. So you would do that with a canvas, but it's definitely going to be a little bit more work, a little bit more color, a little bit more water, but it's definitely doable. So we can test that out. I actually have not done watercolor on a canvas, but I have to tell you though, I have watered down acrylic paints just right down to it's a watercolor.
I'm thinking of
like
that
for
kid's giraffe.
The lion.
You know the giraffe
elephant.
I'm talking about that's holding the kids one. It's like mostly
Oh yeah,
white,
yeah.
and it's holding
It's
watered down.
It's watered down. So I've watered down a ton of things on canvas, so it's definitely doable. I think, you know, it just. So I like on a really heavy watercolor paper. I like how if you put water, and I'll show you this tomorrow. You put water down first, and then you drop the color in. I like how it spreads organically. In a canvas, it may not, because it's gessoed so well, may not soak in like you would want it to.
Right.
It may not but we're gonna test it out. Can you remind me about that tomorrow?
I will.
And we'll test it out. And because I've definitely done a lot of watered down paint, like watercolor on a canvas, so we can definitely test it out. I'm up for trying things out all the time. So I'm gonna go to.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What color would you mix to get that lime green some hydrangeas are?
So I have a little lime green in this one here.
Mhm.
So you can
I do
use like
love
a middle green if you wanted something like this, middle green with
Mhm.
white or yellow. We do have, I can tell you, we have a fluorescent green, which is beautiful.
Mhm.
It's under the thing. Do you want me to grab it?
I'll grab it.
I know I have it at my home studio. So fluorescent green would look really pretty with this too. So, but this here is a middle green touched with a little bit of yellow and white, and I'll show you some of that too, okay? Because you can make hydrangeas any color, and you know at the store, like we go to the flower store and stuff here, if they don't grow them a certain color, they dye them. And so I love how you can, I never did finish this one, and, but I love how you can make them any color, you know? They come out beautifully. So I'm gonna go back to here and I'm gonna do a little bit of this magenta because I like magenta. I'll show you like some blue, but you just need to work on the process of like lifting off. So I always start in the center, okay? And then I'm gonna lift off, lift off, lift off. Doesn't have to be perfect. This Soho magenta is fantastic. So if you've never tried it, it's hard to get this coloring with any other magenta. The pigment is so fantastic. So even though Soho paint's a little bit more expensive, this is one, it goes so far. It comes in, the largest you can get is the 500 milliliter jar. And I still keep this in the studio. I used to work with all Soho paints. They're very heavy base. Look at that. They're very heavy based. There's one here. It's only in my studio. Home studio. Okay. I must have not brought it in yet because I got some new ones. So, but this magenta, isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
I've got magenta from all different companies. Like, so I just tried this. I'm always trying new ones. This is a Lucas magenta. Still, oops, I'm so sorry. This is still pretty, just not as vibrant.
Yeah, the Soho just has such rich pigment to it.
It's beautiful.
It is, yeah, it's just such a rich color. Ooh, Cindy's getting her Luma 150 tomorrow.
No
How would fluorescent
way.
yellow look?
So I think I have that color as well. So fluorescent yellow, I have to tell you, on a black canvas, is very transparent. You have to build it up, maybe initially put some white on it, and then you could work it. I actually think it will look really nice with some green.
Camera up.
Oh, am I cutting it off a little bit?
Yeah.
There we
There
go.
you go.
Thank you. But I definitely, when we've done the yellow hydrangeas, I think they look beautiful. Don't you too, Linz?
Yes.
Like the yellow and the greens. Like it's not the first colors that would come to mind, but when we've done them, I think they come out beautifully. So
Connie said her kids want to paint hydrangeas. She told them another day.
She has the best kids, I tell you.
They'll be getting ready for tomorrow. They have a routine.
Aw, that's
Yeah. So
I
tomorrow's
bet.
our first day of back to school.
With
and
our kids,
with our kids. And my son's in 10th grade and Casey's is in 11th grade. And so I don't know how it's going to go because I don't know about your son, but Spencer hasn't been been able to fall asleep or stay asleep. And
Oh
sleep
yeah, the
schedule's
first week is hard, yeah. Because they're up until really late every night.
Yeah.
You know, I
They
think
sleep in.
Boyd's doing all his summer work, like a lot of his summer work today, so he's doing that right now. Guys, can you tell how I'm not being like super particular about this? I'm not making sure these are perfect. Because this is, you can if you want to though, but this is like a very loose way of making hydrangeas. I'll show you a little bit tighter, like whenever I draw them out for the watercolor. Up here, I'm just gonna lightly touch around the edges, like a little bit's poking through. Yeah, tomorrow's a school day for our people, Connie, for our kids. We had the cutest, did you see those? You did see all the little cute kids that were in here today. Oh my goodness. I gave them so many, like, always canvases and paints and stuff. They're so cute. It was 2 of their birthdays. I said to the one kid, I was like, we could just like squeeze you to death. He was so funny. Did you see him? He started squeezing his
Oh,
face.
he's so
He
cute.
was so cute, yeah. We love children. Okay, so guys, I'm going to grab a little bit of pink. I'm going to show you how a little light blue would look nice in here too. Did you just hear a door? We're closed.
It's our ghost.
It's our ghost. Everybody says we have a ghost. I have to tell you, it's so nice and quiet in here now. It's not quiet today. Okay, a little bit of white. We're gonna start layering this up. Where we're gonna start layering it up is towards the center. And then we're gonna let off as we're coming this way. You still have some light, like you would still have some light coming from the top too, in some cases, depends on how your light's hitting. Okay, and a lot of times, like I'll take the time and I'll go and I'll brighten this like a few times. Let's give another Amazon card out, Lindsay Lou.
Susan Montgomery.
Susan, how are you? So Susan traveled here, and we were so excited to meet her and her husband. They're so fantastic. And you know what's so funny? It's such a small world. Like, her daughter-in-law and son-in-law come to the studio. They live in Zillionople, which isn't too close. They got married, I think it was last year, and they have such a beautiful family. And it's just such a small world, don't you think?
Yes.
And they're from Florida. And listen, I use my mug all the time.
I do too.
Yeah, we love it so much. So thank you so much.
So and she actually, the question she had is, aren't there some hydrangeas that look like white snowballs? What color would you use for those layers?
So for something like that, you can use, is that Susan?
Huh?
You can use a little bit of, Susan, you can use a little bit of like a raw sienna as a base, like a tiny bit of tan. You can use a little bit of beige. You can also, what I think I would do with something like that, those white snowballs, is I would put a little bit of white in a steel blue or a sky blue, and I would use that as your shadow. And I think it would look gorgeous, because it's not like when you have a shadow with something, it's not just stark white. You're definitely going to have a little bit of another hue in there. So I would use really light in like a sky blue or a steel blue. Steel blue, if you don't have it, you can use an ultramarine black and white, and you'll get a steel blue, which I didn't bring that color over here, but it's a grayish blue. I think that would look beautiful with that. So that's a great question. Hydrangeas, so like in so many different colors, they're stunning.
They are stunning.
So I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna hair here, a wild hair. It's really long, it's like longer than, look at that, Lindsay. It's longer than the paintbrush, it's so weird. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some of these in, I'm gonna brighten some of these, and then I'll show you the centers in the one we did previously. It's a little bit dry once I get some of these in. What's your hubby doing tonight, Lindsay Lou? It's probably really missing you. You're with me all the time.
Yes.
They're all going to be in a car together for 17 hours, so.
For many days.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to fix tomorrow's. Just so.
Oh, the link.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't have the same issue.
Thank
So
you.
again, guys, when you come down here, you want to take off your pressure, okay? I don't really like the shape up here. I'd rather go up and around a little bit more, so I change that and bring like some softer marks. I'm changing my brush, going in a couple different directions as well, and then I'll come down here. So then you can take, if you wanted to add a little bit of a different shade in here, I'm going to take this sky blue. If you have cerulean blue, you can do the same thing. Put a little bit of white with it, and you can touch some of these with that. And I love to start mixing up the colors on hydrangeas. Look how pretty that looks. And can you see that in there?
I can see the wonky brush, which Kelsey says, do you cut the bristles for the brushes when they get wonky like that, or what do you do?
So you can boil them. So if you want to boil water, you can cut them too. It's no big deal to cut them. But you can boil them. What you want to do is boil water and get it to a boil. Have your brushes that are like all frayed or got fat on you. And what you would do is you hold them straight down for 60 seconds, pull them out, flatten them out with a towel, lay them flat to dry, and they're pretty much like new after that. Unless you get, I have to tell you, the Creative Inspiration brushes, I'm a little disappointed on the flat, like 1/2-inch flats, because those bristles seem to like widen and get thicker. It's weird. It's like they get hard and they expand. So we haven't had any luck with kind of saving those. They're not lasting too long. I'm not reordering them for the studio. The TDR Art Supply ones are holding up very well. The Royal Langnickel ones are holding up very well. But there's ones that are not. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my round brush. Kelsey, you know what I haven't told you? You know what's coming in, and it's supposed to be in the next couple weeks for the Girl Scouts, for the pottery. They made like, I think it's like, Lindsay, like 6 different brands. We're doing the black guys.
Oh,
the
yeah, I
center.
heard you say something
Yeah,
about
of pottery that's all Girl Scout stuff, like cookies and plates and mugs, and
Really?
it's all Girl Scout, yeah. And so I think your girls are gonna love it. We do so much with Girl Scout troops in here. They get their pottery badges, painting badges, and so I thought that she'd be real happy to know that. I thought they were gonna be in with this last order, but they weren't. Okay guys, so you can take the back of your brush and you can take any color. Like if I wanted to put mint green in here, I could, and then put white in the center. But for now, I'm just gonna show you the white. You can decide what you want in the middle. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna put a very slight dot in the center of your black, okay? And as you go out and further down, you don't quite want them as big over there, okay? So a little bit more prominent towards the middle and the top, and then lighter touch, less prominent as you go down to the side. So it looks a little further away. I really didn't want to touch that hard. And you can always wipe it off with your finger. You know what I was saying yesterday when I was doing a tutorial is that even when I wipe my finger, I'm lifting off. And so just like we do with our brushes, because I wanted to feather out whatever type of mark I'm making. I don't know if this is dry yet, but we'll try to get some dots in here. Gesso usually dries like pretty fast. That one dot's pretty big. But the funny thing are these little dots, and most of the time I like to make them 2 colors. Like I would do green first, and then I would go back and do white in the middle, but it doesn't help you too much to have me do that more than saying it. I'm to show them the new, I gotta get the new snowman around the corner. Do you care? Guys, I'll do a green one, like we'll brighten up some green and do it. I did this snowman last night that I loved. I drew it out 2 mornings ago and I could not wait to make it. And I woke up one day and I was like, we have so many birch tree paintings, but we don't have birches and snowmen. And so I don't know if you can see it on the side, like how like it has gold and glitter, and in person it looks very cool. I don't know if you guys liked it or not, but this will also go in the HQ membership. It was a lot of fun to paint. It's an easy one. Keep in mind, I started painting all the tutorials in the last couple of weeks from inception. So from my drawing to the end, where I used to make the painting and then I'd film it afterwards. I'm filming it as I make it. So they're a little bit longer. It doesn't mean it's going to take you that long. I'm actually sitting there and pondering it sometimes and thinking about it. So I just want to let you know that too. So you see a little bit of length added to that. Lindsay, any comments?
He's
I'm
really
used a little
cute. The
bit bigger.
snowman's really cute.
Thank you.
Kelsey said, let me know when that stuff comes in.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to get it in too. Like people are going to be so excited about that. Can you throw that over the lens? Okay, I'm going to do like a little bit of this is middle green.
I need to switch
sorry. I see it myself. A little bit of middle green with some white. I might pull some yellow into it as well. I'm using a little bit bigger of a filbert so you can see that. So a little middle green, a little bit of white. Work with your darkest and go to your lightest, okay?
Connie says, are you going to change the wording or add whichever one we want? We can probably find a script for friends.
Yeah, we'll give you guys a stencil for both. How's that? You can definitely do that. Lindsay, I thought that was a great idea after I finished it, and I was talking to her, it was like 12:30 last night, and she goes, I think that would be great for the, to say friends, and I agree. I thought that's perfect. And we have so many things that say believe already. It's kind of my go-to, I think. So you can pull a little bit of yellow in here and there, but I think I'm going to touch it with yellow anyway. I'm going to touch some of these up here. What I do is I try to leave a little bit of that black to like save myself some work, a little bit. So a problem that some people have when I go around a classroom is they're starting from the center out. You need to always start from the outside.
Katrina says, I love that you're showing us from inception. Thank you for that. I'm sure it's a little bit of a vulnerability.
It is. Oh my gosh. Like, I told my husband that. I was like, I don't think you understand. I'm like, you really have to have your thought process down. Like, I loosely sketched something in that. Thank you for understanding that, Katrina. Because I don't want anybody else to misstep. You know what I mean? Like, do an extra step. Because, you know, before I wouldn't have a problem. Like, oh, I want to black that out and put something else in there. And so it does make you a little bit more vulnerable. You're talking about how you want everything.
Right.
You know, what you're seeing, what your vision
Right.
is, and how you're going to make your vision come to life the whole way. And so I'm used to talking through steps, but it is a whole different ball game, creating from inception on film all the time. And so I'm starting to enjoy it and get used to it. So, but I appreciate that you understand that, Katrina. I was just telling my husband that. And you have to think of your paint colors ahead of time too. Even though I have them sitting right there, I try to have the ones I think I'm gonna use on my plate, stuff like that. I do love the green and yellow together. I think it's beautiful on a black canvas. Because once we build this up, I think it looks really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay wants to paint, I can just tell you. Because she loves, she likes to paint hydrangeas.
Oh, the last thing I painted was the dog silhouette.
Oh,
The
yes,
cat silhouette.
that was beautiful. Did you hang it?
It's in my window
Is it in your window?
because when I don't have time to hang things, it just leans up in my window.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna touch that a little bit in there.
Connie says, my hydrangeas painting never look as pretty as yours. It's all about layering it, building
Yes,
it up.
Building it up. So I'm gonna go back here. Connie's a beautiful painter though.
Yes,
so
she is.
She's just hard on herself. So I'm gonna go back here. It is relaxing. Once you figure out this lifting off, starting from the outside, making a little brighter from the middle, and letting off your pressures, you're bringing it down. Then firming it up with your deciding where your middles are, because you might lose them along the way. It's okay. And then we'll decide where they're going to be. Could there be any more motorcycles today? It's been like a motorcycle day, don't you think?
Connie says her kids say hi.
Aw.
They're watching for a few minutes.
Hi, they're so awesome. I love that they like to watch us painting. They're so sweet. Aw, we're gonna have to do something for them. You know?
Yes, Linda said she's trying to keep up with you. She's
Oh,
painting
I'm
a
glad
lot.
she's painting along. Yay.
Yes, it's definitely something that you can always go back and rewind.
I want to see pictures. Will you guys send me pictures? And then Valerie's on tonight painting too.
Oh, that's so cute.
What? What did you see?
My husband just
Wait,
said.
is this Frozen? Is it Frozen? Hold on, guys.
It is Frozen.
It is Frozen. Could we have anything else happen today?
No, go to the other thing.
Go here, and then do what? Think, Lindsay, think. Because the phone's okay. Should I put the phone on and off and do it over again?
No, I was just gonna disconnect it.
Well, that's what I meant. Yeah, I'll take it off. We'll put it on again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. Did you hit it?
You gotta.
Oh yeah, I gotta bring up switcher again.
So
Go ahead.
sorry, guys.
Yeah, it goes with our crazy day.
With our day?
Hold on, it does. Let me clear all this. Maybe that's why. Nothing's going dead, so that's weird. Go ahead. Here, I'm ready now.
I'll be happy to hit it when it.
It's not even pulling it. Log in.
Yeah. You, no, not look at
No.
me. Not log in.
We're
Share
okay.
the camera.
Okay. It hates us today. What's happening?
I don't know. It's like the motorcycle went by and took
Oh,
our
is
phone
it?
with them.
Yeah. So should I reset the internet on here? Maybe. I'm gonna pull the internet again. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Oh my! I'm getting Ajda.
See?
I don't know what that is. I'm gonna share the device. Share this camera. We'll
Yes.
pull it. Nope.
What is
Oh
going
my
on?
gosh. We can't even. Oh, that's create account. We don't want that. Switcher, come on. If anything, we'll come back in. Well, you're going to get caught up now if you weren't caught up.
Yeah.
Okay. Share the device. Share the screen. Share the camera.
Share the camera.
Don't see the camera in the list. Waiting for the connection from the switcher. Watch, it's probably something the switcher just went down. Like they're like under maintenance or something. That'd be our luck. Like we were under maintenance today.
That is like so weird.
Guys, do you want to come in and out? What do you want to do? Go right back on?
I don't know what to do. Why would it do that? Let me grab a different device. See if-
We could do mine, Lindsay. Here. Let's do mine. I have it right here. I know Katie's back safe. We're okay.
Oh, now we got whistles.
We're just constant. We're like, everything is weird today. Switcher.
Share this device.
Yeah, not only do you don't always have to do
Yeah.
that. So it's something with switcher on here.
Share the camera.
So is it okay to go in and out of the YouTube link?
I don't know.
Like you can use the link again? Otherwise I'm just gonna hold it forward, but
Yeah, I would just,
hold it forward?
I guess.
I can do that. I have to tilt it down. Of course. This is the story of our lives, guys, today. I have to, I'm bad at like this. Wait, it goes this way. I have dyslexia when it comes to that. Is that right? Yeah.
At least it's not frozen on a weird face. True that, Katrina.
True that. I'm gonna put my paints out here now.
Oh my lord.
Oh, I think I've Ajda.
Fresh, power down, throw it on the floor. These are the best technology things I know to do.
They can't see my paint plate when I'm doing this, so I'm grabbing green and a little bit of light green and some yellow. So I'm starting my brightening from the front. I'm so sorry, guys. Lindsay, you get a heart attack today. Look at her. Is she scratching her head? She's like a monkey.
No, but this is just
It's kind of,
our day.
it's all right. You know what I said to Randy today? It was my saying when Boyd was sick. This too shall pass. It's okay. It's not a big deal. You guys can still see, right? You're okay? Bad angle on me.
We are our worst. You guys just don't want us to know all of your brain parts. It was frozen. I told them if we had time this week, we would come together.
What was that?
Oh my, oh my,
What are
oh
you talking
my.
about? So a little less pressure, guys. If you go out, little less paint. Notice I haven't gotten any more paint.
Can't find it. My
What?
cursor quit working on my laptop today and I can't find it.
Oh my gosh, who was that?
Carrie.
Carrie, that's terrible. Oh.
Oh, my husband just said, I can attest to that, pictures in every window. So I was laughing before the whole camera went down, and he was going to put something, but he chickened out. He was going to put something in the chat that says, was going to suggest that Chris and I start a Husbands of KCK group.
Husbands and Casey K group. That's pretty cool. I wonder if I can hold this here so I can hold the paint plate a little bit. Let me see. Hold on. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of white and a little bit of yellow. Lindsay, for once, you can't fix something.
I know, let me.
It's okay, Lindsay.
I'm gonna just keep trying.
So I'm going to brighten again. I do this quite a bit. So I'm going to go and start like towards the center. And then as I go out to the sides, I'm going to lightly touch some edges. Always just lifting off. This is such a slight touch, guys. I have to tell you, it's so nice to be painting with you guys. Like, we're always so comfortable with you. We always have such a nice time. We love it. Even when this stuff happens. Katrina, does the technical stuff ever stop happening? She's in the technical field. She got it!
Told you just to give me the phone.
What'd you do?
I don't know.
Lindsay got it. She figures out
Hold
everything.
on, this iOS device name. Wow.
Which phone do you have?
Shop phone. I don't know, but it looks like I'm surprised the EMS didn't come because I think we initiated the emergency.
I did that yesterday. Listen, I did. So you'll like this, Katrina. I'm filming yesterday that snowman, and it's in the clamp, and it kept apparently calling 911. Well, they were on their way.
Well, it did it at 7:13 tonight too.
Oh, I called them. I go, please have them turn around. Don't come to my house. Everything's fine. I'm painting. And she actually laughed. It's okay. And I think they like, in a small town, they know you. Like, I'm like, this is Casey. Like, I don't know. We're not that
Yeah,
small
seeing
town,
that when I
but
wear
it's so funny.
KCK creations to like the pharmacy, they're like, "Are you KCK?" I'm like, "No, I'm not."
I told her to say yes.
Okay, now it's recognizing the phone, it's just not picking it up, so it must be something with Switcher.
Well, that's why I figured it's something with Switcher and there's nothing we can do about it. So that's why I figured I'll just hold it. See, guys, how light my touch is? A little brighter in the front. Little, why am I so bad about that? Okay, so a little brighter here. Gets a little darker. So it's, your touch gets lighter and it's less pain as you go. Leave a little bit of darkness in between. If you didn't, I'm going to show you how to dry brush in some darkness in between those. Because that is really important as well. Yes, my
So
dear.
do you want me to turn the...
We could turn the easel. Oh, that's way smarter. We can take the camera holder off of it. We're getting smarter. Lindsay is. Anyway. Lindsay, that's so smart. I can paint like this.
Yeah,
I have no problem painting like this.
See?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay.
There we go.
So another way to make a nice like little tip in here is like using your script liner brush. Script liner brush, mine is a 1/2 inch long. I love the Taklon brushes. These last forever. It's one of the only brushes in the studio that lasts like forever with use after use. We have the same ones from 5 years ago, except for the ones that were lifted and stolen. Right, Lindsay?
Right.
And so what I'm gonna do is
Hey, they all like the idea of husbands of KCK.
that's
I would join.
That's so funny. Mine would probably join too. Because we spent a lot of time in the studio. and
Joanne,
painting.
I hate technical stuff. It makes me crazy.
You're good at it, but yeah, when it goes wrong. So guys, I'm just gonna take some of this pale yellow. It's actually called pale yellow with Lucas paints, which I love. But if you put a little white in this yellow, you're gonna get this yellow, okay? So, and we have in your membership, by the way, you have a full color mixing, like for all these like Lucas paints that we use, like steel blue and everything. We did a whole color mixing tutorial on that. What was that, a month or two ago, Lindsay? And
Yes.
that's
Well,
in the
probably a month
bonus.
ago.
Yeah, that's in the bonus.
This seems like forever.
But see these little dots, like we have no
Here
trouble
comes the
time.
comments.
What?
Give that girl a raise.
Oh yeah, everybody always says that. Give Lindsay a raise. Lindsay needs a raise. They must think I'm unbearable.
Lindsay's getting a week off.
She is. You're taking your computer, you promise. Especially after we launched a new website. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, maybe it won't fit in
You're
the
gonna
car.
give me. Oh, listen. The last vacation she went on, she was like, by the way,
I'm not taking
not taking any devices.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
I was afraid it was
okay.
going to get stolen.
I know, she was in Mexico. She goes away a lot. I don't get that. Nobody
Not
feels
a
bad
lot,
for me. Okay, I'm pulling out a little bit of black. Here's the thing, guys. You definitely need this. Can you get my short black scrubby brush?
I
Or
will.
do you want me
Nope,
to get it?
no.
It's just a short black round brush that I love so much to dry brush with. But you're just gonna pull out a little bit of black. And if you don't have like any darkness in here, you're gonna kind of like scrub this in over your hydrangeas. I have a short brush that I'd much rather do this with, that she's gonna get it. But if you lose that shadow in between the hydrangeas, you're gonna want to lightly put that back in. I'm gonna show you how to lightly put some greenery in here too, and do some very easy leaves, because I don't want to show you how to make hydrangeas and then not show you how to make leaves, okay?
Connie's got my back. She told me not to take the computer.
Connie, don't tell her that. We need her, especially right now. No. She does need a vacation though. She does, but see how just putting that little bit of a shadow in there, it makes this pop even more too. And that's such a slight amount of black in there. Can you see that on there, Linz? Just just a little bit of shadow in between, tiny bit of black, okay? You have to take your pressure off as you're coming in here because you don't want a bold line of black. Plus you see how I pulled it off the side of my plate, just a tiny, tiny bit. And you can go in here and just shade it just a little bit, okay?
Connie, did the kids see like the flamingo popping out or like the bird flying? You know, I really wanted that bird to do something, but
Lindsay loves that.
Casey wouldn't let me do it.
Poop?
Yes.
No. This brush, guys, I love this brush. This
wanted
is
it
my
to do a
short
flyby.
round brush. I do dry brushing with this all the time. Is this not happening? All the time. You know what she tells me when I say stuff like that? I'll go, "You're not the boss of me," and she go, "Yes, I am."
When it
Same
comes
with that.
to the membership.
Okay, so I'm also going to get a flat brush.
The
So I'm
funny
gonna
thing
get-
is if I did figure out how to make
Half-inch
the bird
flat.
do a flyby, you wouldn't be able to get it off.
I didn't get gold. I don't want to make you run again. I know I wouldn't. I'd have to figure it out. I can figure it out if I try. Okay, so I'm going to pull a little sap green out, guys. I'm going to put a little bit of the mint green on my tip, okay? Maybe a little bit of white
See?
after that. Every time you put white on there, you tap it off, yes?
Connie's son thought it was going to do something too.
Okay, so I'm going to start where I think the light is hitting, all right? So I'm going to start at the top of the leaf. You can make this like a little jagged on the ends because those leaves are by going like this, okay? Just a little touch. Make sure you use like a nice flat edge. Don't use something that's frayed. And then you can do a very nice, easy leaf by pulling in like this. Even when it's bigger like this, you can still do this. Very loose and easy, okay? Very loose and easy. And then I would start on the underside of that, get my sap green, a little bit of light green. I don't use much middle green for that. I don't want it too bright here. And I'm going to go on the other side and I'm going to pull this in.
Connie said her kids are jumping up and down saying, "Change it."
She will, don't tempt her. So I'm going to pull this in. Okay, I'm just showing you a way to make a very easy, nice, easy leaf, okay? Then you can take the edge of this with a little bit of white. She's great, kids.
Yeah, they're chanting Casey right now.
Aw,
Katrina said she'll be the backup while I'm gone. She wants to know
Katrina,
Randy.
I would love that.
She said, "What's Randy's number? He'll be on speed dial."
Listen, Randy told me he needs to go to bed. He did tell me that. He's like, he's about done for the day. So initially what I do is I'll put a little bit of a white, like I'll tap a little bit of a white line in there and we'll put some veins in there too. You can also tap like a little bit of white like around the edges of this to brighten it where you think the light would be hitting, okay? You want a little darker down towards the bottom. If you feel like it got too bright in there, then you can always add a little bit of your darkness back in. You can just use your raggedy short brush and put that back in. So you can put, I like to actually put veins in with black first, and then I would put a little bit of white over it. So I take my script liner and I put water in it 3 times. So you're a genius for putting this facing this way. Because these easels small and like my one at my home, I don't know if I could wrap myself around that one. But my husband told me he was buying the same easel for the studio and he brings it here all excited and it was half the width. And the tray, I can't put anything in. God bless him, he was trying to do something nice. He was all excited.
He
Huh?
was.
We were like, that's not the easel.
Yeah.
But it does move up and down, so we're good. Okay, so I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna make some Ys, all right? Just make some very light Ys, don't make Ts, make some lines out here. And then what you would do is you would highlight that with a little bit of white too. So I'm gonna go under here, I'm gonna wiggle, come back and make a Y, okay? Wiggle, lift off, come back and make a Y. What's so important about this? I'm gonna go along this white line too and make it like a little darker. What's important about this is it's watered down 3 times and then you're lifting off the end of your stroke. You're pressing your lightest touch. I'm gonna let that dry and I'll put a little bit of a white highlight in there. I'm gonna go back with my green and I'm gonna work on this one right here. So I'm gonna get my dark green, touch it with a little light green. Anytime you get a highlight, that was way too much, of white on there, you're gonna tap it off first. So I'm gonna do that again because I touched too much. Because if you don't tap the white off, it's all gonna be white to start. Yes, ma'am?
I'm pretty sure,
So I'm gonna start here, and I'm gonna make my like little dashes because I want it like a little prickly, okay? And then I'm gonna pull down and I'm gonna lift off. Yes, ma'am?
I think Valerie might have been, like.
Valerie joined HQ today, I
She
think.
did.
Yeah,
and
we're so excited,
She said she's
Valerie.
loving this, really seeing how Larry makes such a difference. But then
Yeah.
I think she might have had voice to text on, and it just
Oh, I do that all the time.
texted me what we were talking about, color mixing.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So guys, then I'm gonna pull in from this side, all right? Light, light, light. Do you see how I'm like very light pressure? Love to work on black canvases because you don't have to put in the depth. Look at that, like with the black. So I'm just like letting some of that show through. So I love to work with black canvases for that reason alone. You know, that just saved me a ton of work. And I actually want a little bit more brightness towards the top, so I'm gonna grab a little bit more white, and then I'm gonna dash like a little bit more white towards the top and pull that down where I want the light to hit, okay? I also tap a little bit of white to the center, and I might wanna put some like catching some light on the tips on the ends, okay? And then I would go and I would put my veins in here. Let's give out another prize, Lindsay.
Okay, hold on.
Let's give out a free tutorial from the site. Is it okay? So
Is that
then I'm
okay
gonna
to
do, huh?
Yes, I have to figure out how
With
to
the
do
new-
that.
Oh, we have the new site. You'll get it by tomorrow, maybe. Maybe not tonight. Because in the new site, we haven't given away any free tutorials yet. We have to do that. Yeah. Because it just went live today. So I put that in. I'll do all the white highlights in the leaves at one time, okay? I'm going to show you another time, another leaf down here, okay? You can always like turn your canvas so it's easier for you to paint. It does change your light source, like my light source is up here, so I do have to think it's going to hit on this side. So I'm going to get my dark green. Always think of where the light's coming in, where it would be shadowed and where it would be a little darker. So I'm making my little jaggedy edges. How long am I keeping everybody already?
It's
So
just
then I'm gonna-
9:38.
What time?
9:38.
9:38? No way, we've been painting for an hour, talking for an hour? I didn't know that. I want to show them on white too. Is that all right? Because tomorrow I want to be able to go to,
Yeah.
I'm going to get a little bit more light green because I feel like I need a little bit more brightness here. Light, light touch. See how I'm lifting off? Aren't these like fun and easy leaves, guys? It's so easy to make a leaf like this. We have even the kids make leaves like this in art camp and in the after school programs. And so, nice, easy way. The hardest thing to practice, like not the hardest thing to practice, but the thing you should practice is this lifting off, lifting off, lifting off, okay? It would always be a little bit darker down towards the bottom here. And then let that black show in the center, okay? Yes.
Becky says we gave Valerie angina, so her computer talks.
Angina. Listen, I left it on actually, Lindsay, whenever, I'm going to throw that in my cup. When you and I were having a conversation and it typed the whole thing, my phone was open on my desk, and you know it never gets anything right. Like those phones, like they mix everything up. My husband will go from work, because I actually do the dictate all the time, because my spinal cord injury, holding something in this position bothers my back quite a bit. So I'll put an AirPod in or talk into my phone, like leave it on a desk and talk to it. My husband will go, "Can you look at what you wrote me?" One day the phone called him an a-hole, and I was like, oh my god, I couldn't even believe it. And he knew I wouldn't call him that, so
That's so
like
funny.
he wrote me and he was like, "Can you look at your phone?" And I was like, oh my gosh,
That's
I'm so
funny.
sorry. It was something that rhymed with it, I don't know, but he was at work. He said it was really funny. There's children on. I shouldn't have said that.
So
I didn't mean
funny.
that. Connie, I hope the kids are brushing their teeth. So I didn't put my white like right across there. I need to do that across the middle. It's just a little bit easier to do it with your flat brush. Like I just tend to like touch it a little bit. I don't make a straight line when I go through there. I just touch it. So what I do next is I wash my brush. Yeah, the dictate button's not always the best thing. So anything professional, I do look at it. But with you and Chris, I just say whatever.
Yeah.
My mom says it says the funniest things all the time. She goes, I tried to decipher what you're trying to tell me. So watered down white, okay. This one's wet, so I'm not gonna do that one yet, all right? So I'm gonna go, say, is the whole thing on the screen? Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go like here, and I'm just gonna lightly touch over the vein. So if you have the black and white, guys, just lightly guide it. And if you have a shaky hand, like I get that a lot with my back, you just rest your hand on something to keep it stable. Keep your palm on something. Hold your brush closer to the metal, not way back far, okay? So I'm gonna use my watered down white. I'm gonna go to my next one. So I'm gonna turn this way again. Everybody okay? Any questions?
Nope, they're just mesmerized.
They're so wonderful to talk to. Like I had no idea, like I'd been on that long, you know? I'm gonna go to the next one. I have to tell you, it is my ultimate favorite flower. I'm gonna turn it here again. I'm always turning things so I'm more comfortable, guys, so I hope it doesn't bother you.
I need to paint. My mother gave me a cutting board. It's like in the shape of a shield, and it was like her grandmother's or great grandmother's, and she like sanded it down.
Oh,
and she
you
wants me to
told me
paint it
about
on,
that.
and I just haven't had a chance.
Yeah, that would be so nice. So any questions about this, guys? Do
No,
you
they
like
say it
this?
looks great. Looks so pretty.
Thank you. I love to make them. I'd love to just keep going, fill it all in. I'm going to show you how to do it on white canvas, okay? Let me grab white
So
canvas.
this looks like a photo.
Yay. They're relaxing, guys. You get used to it. A couple of things that these are the things people struggle with because we've been teaching for a while. We've taught thousands of people and we've seen a lot with flowers and things like that. Take your pressure off when you come to the edge. See how this is faded. Don't make a harsh line around here. That's probably what I see the most. And then I have to show people how to go back and dry brush a little bit of shadow over it. It's definitely fixable, but when you do a shadow, you lift off your pressure when you come in, so it fades in. You don't want a definite line between that.
Another thing that people will do is almost have like a uniformed like OCD ring.
Oh, they'll have a circle, like a
Yeah,
complete circle
yeah.
with a line around it. Yeah.
How would it look to fill the canvas with them in leaves and nothing else? It would look amazing.
So we
Carrie.
almost did this,
Down
Carrie,
there.
with this one. Yeah, so I was teaching this online. I never got to finish it. As you see, a couple things drawn here, and then it got splattered on because it was up there where we teach. But I started doing that and just filling it in. And I think it would look stunning. I had people offer to buy this in the studio. How many times I was like, I
Yeah.
can't sell it to you.
It's
It's not
unfinished.
finished. Plus, I would probably just give it to them.
Of course you would.
Anyway, I would not
I would
because
sell it.
it's not finished. You know what I mean?
She had people offer to buy our bob cutouts. I would have sold them.
What about the one group? They offered $400 cash for the bob cutout. I was like,
Buy Bob.
I said, you're not thinking straight. You can buy your own for like $50, but they were gifts from people. I cannot sell stuff that are gifts from people. You know.
Yeah, but I can't.
Let's see, she kills me. So can you see that
Good
real
night,
close?
Connie. She has to go
Oh,
get the kids to
good
bed.
night. Tell the kids good night, Connie. Sorry, I was telling you about the foam thing. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to show you how to do it a little
Does
bit.
look pretty.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to get a flat brush. You can use a 1/2 inch. You can use an angle brush for this as well. So say I'm going to make we'll go back to purple. Say I'm going to make a purple hydrangea. I'm going to pull out purple. I'm going to put some black in it. You still have to have that darkness in the background, guys. It's really important.
So remember when she created, I think it was
The
maybe
cow,
roses?
the cow, impressionistic flowers.
So you
stuff
start
like
with that darker color behind it.
Little bit of black in this side pile. I'm actually gonna put my water in the front so I'm not reaching so much. Is that all right? And paint towel over here. Get set up this way. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of water in it because I want it to go on nicely, okay? Then when Rebecca rearranged the canvas room, she put question marks on these, like, what's the line?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So guys, you still want to make like that wonky like shape when you're doing this, okay?
Yeah, not a perfect circle.
Not a perfect circle. And you can always change it later and add to it. Get your basic shape in. Get this darkness in. Make sure You could do this all black too, but what I generally do when I do the impressionistic roses and things like that, I feel like I'm going to do a big rose right now, is that I put a lot of black in it, but I keep a little bit of the hue, like the color in there, okay? And I don't want like perfect edges, all right? I'm gonna fill that in, let it dry. I'll put one more in and let this dry so I can come back and start building this, okay? So I'm going to get, I think we'll do a little bit of a blue one. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out some phthalo blue off to the side. I'm gonna put some black. And by the way, when you're making these, you can add all different colors into the hydrangeas. Like I said, you can put blues into the purples, pinks into the purples, vice versa. And they look beautiful. I've done all different colors. So I could put like this one here, kind of like butt it up to this a little bit. I used to do hydrangeas on all white canvases, and I have to tell you, when I started working on black canvases, probably about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, I prefer to do them on black because they're a little quicker. You don't have to wait until this drawing process here either. Lindsay, did I lose you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you doing?
Randy sent the email with the review.
Oh, okay. We'll leave Lindsay alone for a minute. I'll do one more like magenta. Little bit of, you can actually even just put purple into the magenta too, make it a little bit darker. You can even just use some purple. Is that the migration one kind of thing? Yeah. So guys, if you are a member, he's gonna send out an email very soon for you to, I just dripped there, hold on, I'll get that. In regards to setting everything back up again, even though everything's already in your library, but like your payment info and all that stuff, it won't bill you until your billing time comes around. We bought plugins for that so you didn't get hit again. I'm gonna take my paint towel, put a little water in it, and generally I get this sooner, but just take water. That's another thing, guys, when you're working with acrylic paints, and you do something you don't like, take it off right away. Put a little water in there. It's a little bit easier than painting over it, letting it dry. I'd much rather do that, okay? So again, dry brushing when you're working with, there's that weird hair, when you're working with hydrangeas. I swear we do need scissors. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna get my purple. It's not quite dry. We'll see if we can work with it. I should mute my phone right now. Are you guys gonna go back and forth? I have to mute it. Okay, so I'm gonna start in the middle. Oh, it's pretty. Let me wave this for a second. Or blow on it. Sorry. You can, it's getting dry. You know, acrylic paint dries pretty fast. But since we want to dry brush, it's hard if this is wet. Okay, so, but I'm gonna start building it anyway. But you're gonna do the same exact thing, but you're gonna start with, you know, putting your base in first. It might take a little longer to build this up since it was wet. Any questions?
Sorry, I forgot what I was doing. Impressionistic flowers, leaves, and grass are things I need to work on. It was Kelsey. Me too, Kelsey. It's hard for me to loosen up and go with the flow. Black canvas was a game changer for me.
Oh, isn't it? It so
Love the
is.
black canvas, but so hard to find. I put in an order with Jerry's for the 12x16 black, and it is still on back order for 2 months.
So listen, go to Michael's Pro and go to Michael's Pro. They have them in stock right now. I've been able to get them all through there. I used to order them all through Jerry's, and then the supplier that the other supplier that I had for the black canvases got bought out by Michael's, and so they have like Michael's Pro where you can buy them in there, and the prices are actually just recently became better than Jerry's. And so I'm really thankful for that. They always they ship out within the week. And so just a tidbit of information with that. So guys, see how you still have your darkness? I'll come out and I'll touch in this white just a little bit here and there. And then we can build from here, okay? Same thing.
Yes, you can also always gesso them with black gesso. Use one of the foam, like sponge brushes, 2 coats of black gesso, long lifting off strokes going, the length of the canvas.
I can't tell you how many of those we've gessoed in our lifetime, because like one season we had to do 600 in 1 month because they ran out of black canvases, and so we had to gesso all of them for a month in that size. And so we've done so many, and in the beginning I think we did all of them, didn't we? Before you can get them, like we knew you could get them in black. We did all of them. So guys, what I want to do with this now is I want to make it like a little wonkier. Like remember how I don't want a perfect shape with this? So I'm going to play with that a little bit. I don't have my perspective good from the side. I can tell you as much as I do from in front of it. But I just want to change the outside shape, and then I'll start brightening from the inside. Okay. The other thing I would do with something like this too, since it's not on a dark canvas, is and this is pretty, this shape's getting too perfect, so I'm going to bring this over here a little bit too. But I would add black in between the 3 of these once I got them all in. And then I would touch a little green in that area to make it look like there's some greenery back there. So I would mess with that quite a bit. Not that it takes long, but I wouldn't leave that white in between there, if that makes sense. I'm going to take a little bit of the light pink also. Put a little light pink in there. Everything good for that to go out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Huh? They're all going out tonight?
Can you use a foam roller for the gesso? You could use a foam roller for the gesso.
I almost think that might make it like, I think the texture will be different. Like if you used a roller, just unless it was very
it's
soft.
It's the foam roller.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but would it make it like stand up just a little bit or no?
I don't think it would, because it's made out of the same foam as the
Well, I'm just thinking of the
brush.
lifting up motion as it's going. It
Yeah.
makes like a little bit different
Might.
texture. I don't think it'll be a bad texture. I just think the texture will be a little bit different. It's worth a try though, for sure. But see how you can get the same exact look.
Yes,
on
Kelsey,
this?
it was crazy. We would have just tables of canvases.
Oh.
She said she did 12 for her last party and thought that was a lot.
Oh, my house, I'm pulling some blue, guys, too. My house, and steel blue looks beautiful on these. My house would be covered, dining room. So at Christmas time, our house would be like, this studio is fantastic. This is 13,000 square feet, so we can do everything here. But we used to have to take over our homes, and I don't even think it was just my house. Did we take over your house too? I can't remember.
I remember setting them up at the other studio.
We set them up in rows, and we
would
just
have,
did so many.
We'd have the front and the back of the entire 10-foot table, and so we would have a ton, and you would just sit there and paint.
Yeah, we would do like $50 at a crack, and $50. My husband was constantly gessoing.
Yeah, by the time you got to the last one, you could
it
go
was
back
dry.
to the
Yeah,
first
you
one
can put
and
your
start,
second coat on. Yeah. So now I found, the main one that we would do, like they would run out of 12 by 16s, which we use a lot, so we'd end up doing that. But the main one that didn't come
10 by 20s.
was a 10 by 20. And guess what? Michael's Pro carries them this year. We were so excited because we were still doing those ones.
Yep.
And so I'm going to put a little bit of yellow in the center of this one.
John Peterson said he'll let us know if the roller creates
Oh,
art.
yeah, I would love to know that because you know what, John? That would be easier. Much easier. So I had most of my black in here, so what I'm just doing is adding my dots. But if you don't have your black in there, you want to put that in first, okay?
I'm going to give John Peterson an Amazon card.
Oh, John Peterson. He's the best avatar ever. I'm going to hot flash him like as red as a bee.
Because you just raised your arms like this.
I know. A lot of people don't know that. Look how red I am. It's bad. I have a spinal cord injury, so I'm supposed to be careful
Mine
with my
are
arms.
off-centered, Linda says. Your what is off-centered?
Your highlight is off center.
What is Michael's Pro? It's just,
If you go to michaels.com and the pro is is where the like commercial end of it is, where you buy in bulk.
yeah, it's just the
But
bulk.
they have smaller things. You can buy a case of 20. You can buy 5.
I was
think.
surprised that Sam's Club has some art supplies, canvases and everything.
My husband never told me that because he goes to Sam's Club all the time.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna do
just
some
recently
blues.
started seeing it.
You know what's really pretty on here, guys, is when you do teals too. They look really pretty. But blues look really nice. I did not know that. I'll have to have him check that for me too. But Michael's Pro, sometimes they ship out like same day. Sometimes they ship out within a week, and you never really know because they send out the tracking after it's shipped. Like, you don't know. You could be waiting a while. Like sometimes
Yankee,
you get
I am getting it. Learned so much. Thanks.
Yankee, I love her. Yankee's been painting with us since the beginning too. Hi, Yankee. I think you've been with us for
Yankee.
quite some time.
Yes, I think it was Yankee, if my memory serves me
The
correctly.
texture beach.
The texture beach
Yeah,
with
I remember.
the soft shelled crab or whatever.
Yeah,
The big crab.
she does a beautiful
did.
job.
Um,
Beautiful job. So did anybody answer, like, they said off center? Like,
hold on,
Okay.
I'm looking. Yankee, let me know. You will get my free tutorial.
oh, that's nice.
Hold on, I just lost what I was doing. I
Guys-
drew them on the canvas off center.
Oh, okay. That's okay. You can just change like where your highlight is and stuff too, guys. If you do that, so like you can just bring your brightness, shift it a little bit, and should be okay. It's okay if they're wonky too, because you know what you can fill in with. Who was saying that, Lindsay?
Linda.
Linda. You can actually make it a little bit more even by putting leaves where you feel it's off center. And you can I've pulled leaves out over my pieces also. I'm going to show you something really quick. Go to my phone. Hold on one second. I want to see if I can quickly find a couple of pictures so you can see what I mean. When I did the larger panels.
Yeah, if they're off center, you can always add, I know you just said this, leaves and stuff. Just fill in with greenery or put some half ones in there.
Look, that was my favorite. I did every hair on that dog. That's with colored pencil. I haven't looked at it forever. Do you remember that? I have one in here in the studio. There's my first reflections painting. I used to do commissioned work all the time. But I think that, so here's one of the hydrangeas here. I'm always holding the wrong place. Do you see that? So I'll pull leaves out over the hydrangeas. These are big panels. This one, I think I have another one in here also. I haven't looked at that dog in a while, but we have a copy in here. Oh, here's another one. This one's even more vibrant, but look at all the leaves on there, guys. See how you can pull them over, but you can really change if you feel like it's off center, you can put some leaves cutting into it. It might change the look of it a little bit. Can you see that? Okay, hopefully that helps a little bit. Does that help, Lindsay? She said. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. This one I might put a little bit of pink in it also. I think I might grab a little pink and touch here. I wonder how Eliza enjoyed college this week. I'm gonna touch base with her. She had her first full week. You still with us, Linz? Lindsay must be reading. Sometimes I grab a bunch of different colors and then I'll touch, but remember, pressure is less as you come out to the sides. I would darken in between the flowers. Everything okay?
Yeah, I was emailing Dana.
Oh,
She just
okay.
emailed.
Is she on with us right now?
I don't think so.
No. I didn't know. So here, guys, the only like difference of being on the black too, I feel like you do need to come out into this white a little bit.
Linda said she needs to come. She's the one that said she drew it off center. She needs to come here for a vacation, and she just needs to play with it.
Oh, we would love that. Where's she from?
I don't know.
Where are you from, Linda? Come visit. We have promised like the membership. We will pull together like a little bit of a retreat where we'll all
I like
work
that
together. Me too. Where we'll all work together and have fun, and we'll eat, and we'll paint, and we'll have some classes while you guys are here, and we'll teach you guys everything we do in the studio actually. And so we're gonna try to get that together this next year. This first year was it was busy.
It was.
There was, yeah. Well, plus two because we wanted to change the website and everything on top of our normal work. We added the gift
Minnesota.
order. Minnesota.
She's from Minnesota.
Oh wow, what's the weather like there today?
Is it winter there yet?
Probably not. It was 90 here today.
It was warm here. I'm gonna be warm next week.
It's gonna be 90s next week. Yeah.
Yes.
So, like, when I come out here, I still feel like I need a little bit of, like, I want that to be a little wonky, but I need a little bit of darkness. So I would probably, like, touch this a little bit when you're bringing it out onto the white canvas, and then you do a little bit of a dance, and you would touch it with your white and stuff again. Just because I didn't like that was starting to look really circular. And then we're gonna get a little bit of, Lindsay left, I'm gonna get a little bit of pink and pull it in here, okay? And just highlight it a little bit. It's too much pink. And then I'd come back and I'd do a little bit more highlighting, a little bit of pink and white. And then I'd go and solidify my centers again. But you can really have fun with this, guys. You can do like neon greens, yellows, and really play with this. The backgrounds, like I showed you in those panels that I did, like I put yellows and whites and blues and greens, very pretty colors. And they're like in a crisscross fashion when I did that. Just lifting off very loose, but I can show you some different loose backgrounds like that you can put behind this too. Like you could just and put the center in so it dries in the meantime. Black. So I have a couple places I still need to put centers, so I'd rub those in. Like I said, not real particular about this. Down here, they get smaller. Okay. And then I'd let that dry. But what I would do is I would get like a big flat brush, which I didn't bring one because I didn't think I was going to do a background. But you can take like, if you're doing a background, you would want to do it first, but you can always put it in now too, but it's a little harder. But I would probably like do one of these like chunky loose backgrounds. And this, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white, and you can do these. Can you see that on there? Yeah, but you can do one of these very loose backgrounds. I'm not saying it has to be this color, but these chunky backgrounds that we have like in our pumpkins and stuff like that, they end up looking very nice too. But what you would want to do if you're doing that, you're gonna want to like put a little bit, there's green with black, put a little bit of a shadow behind things like this and then blend it out. So if you decide to put it out on later, you want to make sure that you're getting a little bit of darkness behind your hydrangea. I still, even with a loose background, I'm gonna make sure that I have some shadows in there, and it would get dark like in these creases. So how it fades out, so you don't have a line here, as you take your pressure off your brush as you come out. And like say I'd want to go in here. I always start from what's furthest away first, but if you can't decide and you want to get your hydrangeas in first, you can always go and do this and touch up your edges with a little bit of white, okay? Just want to show you an easy way to put in a background in here. You can always touch this with a palette knife afterwards with some white too, and that looks pretty. Lindsay Lou.
Very.
Are you paying attention? Did I lose you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's give one more prize.
Susan Armstrong. How would you do a
Susan,
background on a
congratulations.
black canvas?
On a black canvas. So I would feel like on a black canvas, let me pull one of these back up again. Let me think about it. Like, if I was doing something like this, okay, on a black canvas, I wouldn't feel like I needed too much in here. I would actually do something even maybe a little misty. I would do like maybe even a vase, something like that. I wouldn't do like, I don't know if I would cover all this up, but you could do something like, little darker, like on our, Lindsay, can you grab our, cornucopia?
I sure can.
Okay. So you can do, you know, if you mix a little brown and green together, it looks awesome. I don't know if you guys have ever done that. I touched the white. So I would do more of a, like, a color like this. Like a brown and a green would look nice with this if you're on a black canvas. Not anything that would take away the focal point of your piece, if that makes sense. So I would probably like have something more like this on the black canvas. And I'll show you, we'll grab that other one.
Oh,
but
that's alright.
it's all right.
I was typing Susan Armstrong. She wins a free tutorial.
Oh, congratulations. And so I would do something more like this, like a little bit more subdued. I'll bring that closer. Doesn't necessarily have to be green, but as I came closer to this, I would fade it off. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but I would do something more like this. I would see how this is loose. Like I would do something in this color range if I was gonna do that, and then have a, like dry brush a little bit of a shadow around it. But I still would want this kind of like jumping out there. So I would fade and not put a lot of paint like close to, this is something where I'd probably put it in the background afterwards instead of in the beginning like I normally do. I would see, you know, see what my piece would look like the whole painting, and then put in the background maybe with something afterwards. Does that help you guys? This I could see, you could make a nice vase of flowers with this too on a black canvas. I think it would look beautiful.
Linda says, I need to build my layers some more. My flowers look flat. Been painting most of the day, so my creativity is running down.
That
I
can
hear
happen sometimes, yeah. So yeah, what you want to do is you want to start in the center every time you have your brightness. So start in your center, use like most of your paints and your brightness here. Only touch out as you go out. So this being brighter and fading like that is going to make this look like it's coming out towards you, okay? That's why it doesn't look flat. If you notice, they're all a little bit brighter where I think the light is hitting, and then they get a little faded as they go out. That gives your eye the feeling that that is rounded, because that looks like it's coming out towards you. But make sure it's all light touches. Every single touch with that filbert brush is lifting off, lifting off, lifting off. I can't stress that enough. Not a ton of paint. You want it to just fade as you're pulling up. Any questions, Lindsay Lou?
Nope, no questions.
You look laser focused. Okay,
I'm
so
just
I don't know if we can
monitoring
make.
a lot.
So I don't know what she's doing. Okay, so I think like we're gonna wrap it up for today. Tomorrow I'm gonna teach you. Gosh, I look really bad at the end of the day. I'm 5 o'clock. I'm like, I should never pull my hair up or anything. We need lights. Okay, so we're gonna come to you tomorrow with all the watercolors. We're gonna do something similar to this, but I'm also gonna go over like what sets. I have a bunch of new sets that I bought. I'm gonna test right in front of you too. This is the one that Lindsay, you put this in the links. This was fantastic. I really love this. I had a couple of different watercolor sets in my studio. We have not like expensive ones here for the kids, but these ones have like lots of options. these were so vibrant, I can't tell you. And this was like $20. I think it was $22. But I'm gonna try out the other ones I bought. So I have like 4 other ones I thought I'd get to before tomorrow, which I might get to during the day tomorrow, we'll see. But if not, I'm just gonna test a couple so you can see what the colors are like in them as well. But I have to tell you, when I was doing, so we did the kids' watercolors in camps. We did them every single week. We had 5 weeks. I loved it. We did all those animals. If you're in the membership, we have all those cute animals in them that are watercolors, and you have all those designs. And then we're gonna do the hydrangeas. But I think I'm gonna do some tulips too, and some other flowers with our membership because they really liked it. Yeah. Did we do the hydrangeas together, or we just did all the animals? It was just the animals. But I have the hydrangeas filmed in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tomorrow we'll come on at 8:30.
Yeah,
We're gonna
it's
work
not
on
big,
watercolors, huh? Are you blocked?
I am blocked, but
But
that's
see,
quite okay.
see that drying, guys? I can't even get that right. See how I think that would look really nice.
It
that
would look
color in
really
there.
cool.
I think that would look beautiful on this painting using like the greens. You can use some beiges in there.
I put
and
some gold in
brown.
it.
Oh, wait a second. Let me show you something. Can I bring the gold out? We
Yeah, I
did.
brought some.
Oh, you did. Can I
Here's,
still?
that's Lucas.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
here's something that we do too. Green and golds look amazing. Now the Lucas is really almost empty in this
Yeah.
one.
Oh.
Sorry, you're just seeing a little. So Lucas is really metallic, like major metallic. This is
Kelsey
creative
got off and she
inspiration.
said she just tried the golden treasure, I think, from Folk Art, and she said it's really like a metallic cool color.
Really? So we might have to try that.
Well, Gretchen says she wants to learn how to create mums. There is a well, the geraniums. I guess that's different. than
Gretchen,
mums.
I've never
met.
painted a mom. I need to work on that. I need to look at it.
I was thinking geraniums and mums were the
Yeah,
same.
we have
thing, but-
geraniums. That's from Diane did a giant geraniums painting that's in your membership too, guys. If you have the membership.
I love mums in the fall.
Yeah, I do too. So I'm gonna look at that. We should do a mom, like moms on a porch or something, like or in front of a red barn.
I was just gonna say in front of a barn.
Yeah, in front of a barn. That's a good idea. So you always have to water down your gold, okay, just a tiny bit. And then what you would do is you would lightly touch it and fade it out on here. And I tell you, like on green and brown, like gold looks amazing. So that is what I would do for the background. We have that on lots of backgrounds that have, do you see that? But you don't want to cover up all your work, but you just want to lightly touch it, you know? This one's really metallic, okay? But I do think that that would make that really nice. If you did that background with green and brown and a little bit of gold, it would be perfect. Yes.
Yes.
But I thank you so much for staying on so long. I'm sorry I look homeless. Yeah, I don't like being up close seeing that. But let us know if you have any questions. We're going to come on at 8:30 tomorrow. Everything's going to go smoothly. The iPhone thing's never come off before. It's actually running in a circle right now.
Still.
Yeah. Still.
That's weird.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
never happened in
I don't know.
like 200 filmings. So, but we hope that you guys learned a lot with this. You can't see it. I have to pull it this way. So hopefully you learned a lot with this and it helped you and you're going to love making hydrangeas. And now I want to finish this. I want to do the background because I feel like it needs it now. I might throw that in really quick when we get off. So we'll see you tomorrow for watercolors. If you have any
Yeah.
questions from this tomorrow, you can let us know. Any questions from this, if you keep painting tonight, tomorrow, just let us know. Okay, we'll answer them. But thank you so much for coming on. We'll have lots more prizes.
I feel
tomorrow.
like John
Yes,
Peterson.
that's John. She's back there.
I feel like
He's
John
always
Peterson,
waving
like
his-
waving from
His
the side.
avatar's the best
Yes.
avatar.